Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting number 4 for the year 2021 to order and ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer. Thank you. Follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Chairman, all legislators are present.
Reminder to everyone, whoever's online, legislator overlay is on it. So if you're toward the back of the room, please speak up so that it's easily heard. Next, we have a commendation in honor of the 20th anniversary of the Thomas Cole National Historic Site. If I could have Legislator Rivera. I believe Jennifer Grime and Betsy Jacks, Thomas Cole House. What is it?
A third person going to Ann Miller from our board of trustees.
And Ann Miller. Come on up.
Greene County Legislature commendation in honor of the 20th anniversary of Thomas Cole National Historic Site. Whereas the Greene County Legislature would like to take this opportunity to publicly recognize the Thomas Cole National Historic Site and sincerely thank everyone involved in preserving and restoring this remarkable piece of history. It was not so long ago that the remains of Thomas Cole's home and studio were destined for a wrecking ball, but due to the work of dedicated individuals, including the directors of the Greene County Historical Society, the Cedar Grove property was purchased and restored. And whereas today, the rescued Thomas Cole National Historic Site, an affiliate of the National Park Service, has a professional staff, changing exhibits pertaining to the Hudson River School of Art, a squadron of volunteers, and a visitor rate which continues to increase. The site grounds are open every day as a free community park from dawn to dusk, and the gravesite of Thomas Cole is located in the Catskill Village Cemetery. And whereas, incredibly, this year marks the 20th anniversary of the Thomas Cole site. Plus, the organization was just named one of 15 museum finalists across the country for the National Medal, which is the nation's highest honor for museums and libraries. In addition, the Institute of Museum and Library Services spotlighted the Thomas Cole House and its community last Thursday, April 15th, with a series of social media posts where the community shared their voices talking about their experiences with the Thomas Cole House over the years, their memories, what the site means to local businesses and community members now, and their favorite experience artwork or program. And whereas the benefits of this local treasure are numerous and varied, including an economic impact study which determined that the Thomas Cole Historic Site has an economic impact of $2.28 million, an increase of 73% in just 8 years. In addition, they partner with regional teachers to develop new free K-12 programs, lesson plans, and education activities that use American art to teach American history. Opening in June of this year, they are partnering with Olana State Historic Site to present cross-county collaborative exhibition of 19th century and contemporary art. And Thomas Cole Historic Site developed a free public program called the Hudson River School Art Trail that connects visitors with the places in nature that Thomas Cole painted. And whereas This year's opening events include new free community programming every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through May 9th, 2021, called Spring Lights, which is a new nighttime walk-through sound and light experience with a building-wide projection in Catskill, and the goal of creating a fun, safe experience for all ages. In addition, every Friday, free admission to Spring Lights is being offered for teachers, families with K-12 students in Greene or Columbia County public school systems and/or Catskill Public Library cardholders. Free for me as a teacher. Whereas we sincerely thank the staff and volunteers past and present who were instrumental in saving Thomas Cole Cedar Grove Estate from being demolished and successfully completing subsequent restorations, as well as initiating the Greene County Historical Sites Register. Now therefore, we, the members of the Greene County Legislature, do hereby publicly recognize and proudly commend the dedicated staff and volunteers of the Thomas Cole National Historic Site on the occasion of their 20th anniversary for their vision and their commitment to its restoration, and it is with great pleasure that we honor this celebrated landmark on the occasion of its 20th anniversary, along with all who helped to preserve it, past and present. Dated April 21st, 2021, the Greene County Legislature, signed by our chairman, Patrick Pensley. Congratulations and thank you for being here.
Favorite type speech. No, I just wanted to say thank you all, and it's really a remarkable community that made this place not get demolished. It was slated to be demolished about 3 times. Once when Rick Van Winkle Bridge is going to go right through it, and I don't know if any of you grandfathers or something will remember that, but the community fought it. And yeah, okay.
Charlie, you remember
Yeah, so the stay from the bridge, when it was slated to go right through the Thomas Cole house with that ramp, and it was diverted off the. And then another time, Ted Hilscher and Charlie Schaefer stopped the lawsuit that was going to allow it to be made into condos. And that was in the 1980s. And so it's really just had a lot of near-death experiences, but it's such an asset to the community now. And it really warms my heart to see all the kids there with the lights and appreciating Greene County. Some kids said, I used to think I lived in the middle of nowhere. And now I know I live in the place where American Art was born. And I just thought, you know, this is giving people such a sense of community pride. And all of us, I want to recognize Ann Miller here is on the Board of Trustees, and Jennifer Grimes on our wonderful staff, our Associate Director. So we're grateful to all of you for your support. Thank you.
If we can get a picture with the board. Just real quick, a picture with the board here.
Warren, could you take a picture for us?
And she wants that.
Landscape.
Yes. Want to squeeze down this way a little bit, so Warren will get in.
I got everybody in.
We're on the end.
Hey, Charlie, pay attention over here.
Smile, Charlie.
You're on the end.
All right, here we go.
Don't prop me.
I won't say cheese because we can't see your faces. There we go.
Was everybody smiling?
Thank you.
For the next 20 years, right?
I smiled.
All right, next I have 2 proclamations for the Department of Human Services Aging. Have one for the AmeriCorps Senior Volunteer Month, which is the RSVP program. And the second is for the Greene County Older Americans Month. So Legislator Bloomer, if you would like to come up. And Terry Ward.
Very tough.
I'm
Okay,
bowing to your magnificence.
Proclamation, Greene County Department of Human Services, AmeriCorps Seniors Volunteer Month. Whereas the week of April 18th through the week of April 24th, 2021 is recognized throughout the United States as National Volunteer Week. Powered by Points of Light as an opportunity to shine a light on the people that inspire us to serve, to celebrate the impact of volunteer service and the power of volunteers to come together to tackle tough challenges and build stronger, more resilient communities. And whereas the Greene County Department of Human Services relies upon volunteers to the AmeriCorps Seniors Program to provide and assist with vital services for the elderly residents of Greene County. Whereas these volunteers are crucial to the department's aging services, including home delivered meals and transportation for medical appointments. And whereas volunteerism empowers individuals to find their purpose, take their passion, and turn it into a meaningful change by solving our most persistent problems, and create stronger communities with a more just society. And whereas it has been a long tradition for county's AmeriCorps seniors volunteers to perform work of a high quality and to brighten the lives of others while making Greene County a better place to live by serving the community location, serving in community locations. And whereas these county volunteers give freely of their energy, time, ability, and experience. Now, therefore, we, the members of the Greene County Legislature, do hereby proclaim the month of April as Greene County Department of Human Services AmeriCorps Seniors Volunteers Month. And further, we recognize and thank the many volunteers who celebrate service within Greene County and who lend their time, talent, and voice to meet the critical needs of our community. With great pleasure, we honor all our county volunteers and convey the sincere gratitude and appreciation of our citizens for the dedicated, selfless, and compassionate efforts of these volunteers. The Greene County Legislature, signed by Chairman Patrick S. Winger.
Yeah, just a couple of word things. I know I put it on a piece of paper for you, but it's a nice thing to be able to tell you that we were able in this crazy year of COVID to keep two major programs going, our homebound meal delivery program and our homebound medical transportation program. In the last grant year, we had 166 volunteers serving. We served 10,257 hours. We had 130 volunteers delivering meals, which Ed is one of those volunteers for us, and Matt also helped us deliver meals. We delivered 87,103 meals to 474 homebound clients. That's an increase of 86.75% in the number of clients receiving meals. We had 17 homebound medical transportation volunteers provide 1,272 meal rides to 100 homebound clients. Volunteers provided meals to 65 veterans. And medical transportation to 11 veterans, and 16 of our volunteers who were serving are veterans. According to the independent sector, the worth of a volunteer hour is $28.54 this year, brings the total to $292,734.78.
Very impressive. Thank you. Board? We're gonna get you up here anyway.
Yeah.
Don't take my picture.
doing
be
it.
clear, I'm doing this because I'm chairman of county services, not just because I'm an older American.
That's right.
Greene County Legislature proclamation, Greene County Older Americans Month. Whereas the older residents of Greene County represent a wealth of knowledge and experience and are one of the county's most valuable resources. And whereas the Greene County Legislature is committed to supporting its senior citizens by means of a vast array of programs and services offered by the Department of Human Services Aging Division. And whereas over 1/5 of the county's total population is comprised of citizens 65 years of age or older. And whereas a growing number of baby boomers are rapidly becoming older citizens, and the number of individuals providing care to family members and friends is expanding significantly. And whereas Greene County benefits greatly from the dedication and community awareness of its senior citizens, and whereas senior residents, and whereas the month of May is nationally recognized as Older Americans Month, this year's theme is Communities of Strength, which encourages and celebrates countless contributions that older adults make to our community. Their time, experience, and talents benefit family, peers, and neighbors every day. This year's theme highlights the difference everyone can make in the lives of older adults, in support of caregivers, and to strengthen communities. Now, therefore, we, the members of the Greene County Legislature, hereby proclaim the month of May 2021 as Greene County Older Americans Month. And further, with great pleasure, we honor our senior citizens and encourage them to continue to play a vital role in the Greene County community. The Greene County Legislature, Patrick S. Linger, Chairman.
Words of wisdom from Terry, I guess.
I did not, I don't know.
That was free.
That was brief.
Problem is, I'm not normally. We have been extremely busy, especially since last March. As Ruth said, we have an increase just in meals, 86.75%. My staff has been working nonstop. The nutrition staff has been working overtime, has not had a break. We have an absolute increase in services, and although I can't believe I'm going to say this, I've worked at the county long enough that I now qualify. So I'm a client if I want. So thank you.
Great work, Terry. Thank you.
We need more volunteers.
Oh, God. Always.
My contact information is on the bottom of the.
Yeah, anyone who wants to volunteer to help deliver meals or drive seniors to doctor's appointments and those sort of things, we can get your contact information. I believe it's also on the website. For the
The word of mouth is always that's pretty long.
And vacancies, right? We would help with the kitchen with our fish shops.
We do have a lot of vacancies in specifically nutrition. So yes, I'm in constant contact with the HR department.
I don't think the need's going away.
No, not just us.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good night.
If there's no objections or corrections to the minutes of the previous meeting, I'll consider it approved. Can I get a motion and a second to dispense with committee reports?
Martinez, Hobart.
Martinez, Hobart, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
And there is no meeting correspondence this month. With that, we can move into the resolution, please, Tammy.
Resolution number 92-21, authorization to pay claims. Offered by legislator Gardner, second by Chairman Linger.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 93-21, authorization to pay claims highway. Offered by legislator Gardner, second by legislator Martinez.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That's carried.
Resolution number 94-21, setting public hearing on local law introductory number 1 of 2021, and local law authorizing 12 and 13-year-old licensed hunters to hunt deer with a firearm or crossbow during hunting season with the supervision of a licensed adult. Offered by legislator Lewis, second by legislator Overbaugh.
Seconded as well. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 95-21, amending agreement with Local 968, AFSCME AFL-CIO Council 66 regarding the temporary change of work hours and work days. Offered by legislator Handle, second by legislator Martinez.
Can we get a roll call, please?
Legislator Buich,
Aye.
legislator Davis,
Aye.
legislator Gardner,
Aye.
legislator Handle,
Aye.
legislator Hobart,
No.
legislator Keller,
Aye.
legislator Lawrence,
Yes.
legislator Lennon,
Yes.
legislator Rivera,
Yes.
legislator Martinez,
Yes.
legislator Overbaugh,
Yes. Yes.
Linda,
Yes. I'm here.
Linda Overbaugh, are you on?
Yes, I am.
There's three, Michelle was she herself, I think. Oh, there she is.
Linda, are you on?
Yes, I am. Yes, yes.
No wonder.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we'll have to move on from her.
Legislator Thornton,
Yes.
legislator Blumer,
Yes.
Chairman Linder.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, we have 8,706.5 ayes, and we have, I'm just gonna include Linda in the note, she's not here, 1,293.5.
Carried.
Resolution State Community Development Block Grant Programs for 2020 CARES Act Notice of Funding Availability. Offered by legislator Lennon, second by legislator Handle.
Say aye.
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 Opposed?
Resolution number 97-21, as amended, setting public hearing regarding draft local solid waste management plan. Offered by legislator Handle, second by Chairman Linder.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
Resolution number 98-21, authorizing the lease of 8 Union Street, Catskill, New York to Matthew 25 Food Pantry. Offered by legislator Martinez, second by legislator Lewis.
I like the second one as well.
Second by Rivera. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 99-21, resolution in support of rescinding the New York State fiber right-of-way fee. Offered by legislator Handle, second by legislator Blumer.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
That's carried.
Resolution 100-21, awarding fuel oil bid. Offered by legislator Handle, second by legislator Thornton.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 101-21, authorizing advertisement for bids for one new four-wheel drive, one-ton regular cab and chassis, including service body. Offered by legislator Buich, second by legislator Lennon.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 102-21, authorizing advertisement for bids for 3 new 3/4 ton four-wheel drive pickup trucks with options. Offered by legislator Martinez, second by legislator Lennon.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 103-21, awarding bid for the control and maintenance of roadside vegetation. Offered by legislator Buich, second by legislator Thornton.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 104-21, authorizing purchase of one new 2021 John Deere 66110M four-wheel drive tractor with options. Offered by legislator Martinez, second by legislator Thornton.
Second from Lennon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone
Aye.
opposed? It's carried.
Resolution number 105-21, authorizing purchase of new 2021 boom-mounted 50-inch rotary and flail mowers. Offered by legislator Martinez, second by legislator Thornton.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? It's carried.
Resolution number 106-21, authorizing purchase of one new compact track holder. Offered by legislator Lewis, second by legislator Thornton.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It's carried.
Resolution number 107-21, authorizing adjustment of tipping fee charge at county transfer stations. Offered by legislator Handle, second by legislator Lewis.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 108-21, authorizing agreement Greene County and Rupco and the News at Prattsville LP. Offered by legislator Blumer, second by legislator Handle.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 109-21, authorizing agreement Greene County Department of Human Services Aging and BNSNY Choice. Offered by legislator Handle, second by legislator Davis.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Carried.
Resolution number 110-21, authorizing agreement Greene County Family Planning and Centers for Disease Detection. Offered by legislator Rivera, second by legislator Davis.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 111-21, memorandum of understanding Greene County Public Health and Greene County Emergency Medical Services, Inc., COVID-19. Offered by legislator Rivera, second by legislator Blumer.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 112-21, reappointing member to the Greene County Planning Board. Offered by legislator Blumer, second by legislator Handle.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That's carried.
Resolution number 113-21, reappointing members to the Coney Green Workforce Development Board. Offered by legislator Davis. And if I get a second, I don't know if Linda's on or not. So Rivera. Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It's carried.
Resolution number 114-21, budget amendment, Greene County Sheriff Insurance Recovery. Offered by legislator Handle, second by legislator Martinez.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That's carried. All we have for our regular resolutions, I do have one chairman's appointment to the advisory council to Greene County Department for the Aging for 2021. Being duly authorized as chairman of the Greene County Legislature, I do hereby appoint upon the recommendation of Terry McGee Ward, executive director of the Greene County Department of Human Services Aging, the following as members of the advisory council to the Greene County Department of the Aging for 2021. Lula Anderson from Prattsville, Ashland, Wyndham, and Jewett, and Jeffrey Russo from the Baltimore. We don't have any movement to a memorial adjournment. Legislator Rivera, I believe you have a memorial adjournment to make. I hear a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn our meeting in memory of Francis Paul Steele Jr. 2021 at his home with his loving family at his side. Born to Lillian Von Canton and Frank Cedillo in Brooklyn, New York on October 31st, 1942. Frank shared his birthday with his identical twin brother, Robert. Frank was an electrical engineer for the New York State Office of General Services for 38 years, acting as supervisor of the electrical design department. As a lifelong resident of Pelhamville, Frank was committed to civic service to his local communities. He served on the Catskill Town Board from 1977 until 1985, and the Greene County Legislature from 1985 to 2006, and as chairman for 18 of those years. His many accomplishments include extensive building and renovation construction projects at Columbia Greene Community College, Technological Advancement Construction Program, and a daycare center, as well as the planning and construction of the Greene County Office Building on Main Street in Catskill, the Emergency Operations and Fire Training Center in Caro, and 2 new facilities in the towns of Athens and Huntington. Frank also instituted a solid waste management plan, closing landfills and establishing transfer stations for environmentally safe garbage disposal, while also collaborating with the Greene County Economic Development Department to establish an industrial park. An advocate of volunteerism, he also participated in the Dellenville Fire Department. Frank's commitment to public service was matched only by his devotion to his family. He is survived by his wife of 55 years, Eileen Cunningham Stabile, his daughters Susan and Bonnie, and is predeceased by his son Francis Stabile III. He leaves behind 2 his grandchildren, Logan, Justin, Samantha, Adriana, and Frankie, as well as his brother and best friend Robert. His nieces Carrie, Cheryl, Jennifer, and falling hours were at Trevor and McCurry Funeral Home in Catskill this past Monday, April 19th, and a funeral mass was held at Sacred Heart Church in Palinville on Tuesday, April 20th. Interment was held at the Palinville Cemetery. Frank Stabile is another local legend of Catskill and Greene County. He served honorably in this legislature for 21 years. I'm sure some of our senior legislators, such as Legislator Martinez, Legislator Lawrence, and Legislator Gardner, could share many memories about Legislator Stabile. They served with our former chairman for all of those years in some capacity. I remember Chairman Stabile when I was a kid growing up in Catskill, from working at Brando's Alley and the times I would visit his brother Bob and Bob's wife, my cousin Margie, because Frank lived right next door to them. He always had a smile on his face when he greeted you. When I graduated from Columbia Greene Community College, Chairman Stabile was on stage congratulating all of the students. And when I passed by, he extended his hand to me for that accomplishment. It's something that I will never forget. A simple handshake and a simple smile. Frank Stabile was a genuine public servant, the essence of true servant leadership. I know my colleagues and I in the legislature continue the many projects he established during his tenure. The humble act of being a servant is best described in Frank Stabile. May God grant him eternal peace and say to him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thank you, Chairman Stabile, for your leadership, dedication, and service to the people of Greene County. With this, I make a motion to end our meeting tonight.
I'd like to second that.
Full seconds from around the room. Legislator Handle, second. Works.
Tommy.
Tommy?
Second.
Second. Larry?
Second. Second.
Did you have something there, Larry?
Well, I just want to say, I was here when Frank came in, and that's when I first met him. And he was a very reasonable person, someone who you could work with 365 days of the year. There was one Frank Stabile, and it was just a very reasonable, constructive person. And we've talked here in the last few days about accomplishments. I mean, there's 2 things. One is very obvious, which is this building. He was the driving force behind this building being here. And there's something that's, I'm sure, less physically noticeable, but extremely important, probably even more important. He was responsible for, not one of the people responsible for, but the person responsible for the level of professionalism in our county government. Merit became much more important in hiring under Frank. It was very important to him, And he got that, put us on the path where today, I think that we're very, very proud of department heads and people that we've hired over the years. And it was really Frank that put us on that road. So I want to, people of Greene County should really thank him for that. It pays us dividends. I have a second to motion.
Jack, I'm sure Linda, I don't know if we got her audio yet, but I'm sure.
Second.
Second, Lennon, Bloomberg, Davis. Charlie?
Yes, second, Frank was, pretty unique. Knew how to get things done without a fanfare. He was, well, he was a supervisor at Town of Castle, a Teflon kid. Frank was a sincere and honest person. So I served with him his entire chairmanship. He's a good person and a good friend. I also second.
Lawrence?
Frank Stabile was a natural public servant. In all the years that I knew him, since 1985, when we were merged together in the Carroll Catskill District, which for some reason he called the Catskill Carroll District, and I don't know why, but he always had a smile on his face, and Matt mentions that. He was always smiling. Now, he was competitive, because we ran many campaigns together, and being on the campaign trail with him was a real treat. It was a lot of fun, and he never had that attitude of whatever it takes to win. He always was very reasonable when it came to being a politician. He was a born leader. He was a chairman for 18 years here, which is no easy job. The current chairman can tell you it's all phone calls and work and getting people to agree, but Frank made it look very easy. Beyond all that, though, he was a great human being. He was kind and compassionate, friendly, a great family man. And I often thought he would be doing this for me. But since that's not the case, I wish his family the best and my sincere condolences and the sadness I feel for his leaving, but I do second it.
I second that also.
Second from Dorrington. I'd also like to second that. Yeah, I didn't get to serve with Frank, but I, on the political spectrum, had met him several times. Seemed, as Larry said, very reasonable. But I know sitting in this chair, you take a lot of heat. And I think he figured out a way not to let it bother him and figure out the way forward. You all take those lessons away. And we continue to improve on all these programs that were started then, which I think we're doing a great job at. So I accept that as well. If there's nothing else, then we'll adjourn with that. Mine? Yeah. Your comment about the barbecue was great. I wanted to, but I don't. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll talk to you. Okay.